There is now controversy over the age limit for governorship candidates as stipulated in the Not Too Young to Run Act. Now, while some put the figure at 35, others put it at 30, insinuating that the act might have been amended. The situation has forced some aspirants to either step down or re-strategize ahead the general election. And joining me now is President ReadyTolead Africa, Godbless Otubure. He joins us to discuss the controversy over the alteration of age limit for governorship and other positions from 30 to 35. Good to have you join us. God bless. I'm sure you would have heard about this already. Some candidates who were running as governor, at least I know one person saying, look, the age limit was supposed to be 30. We're now being told it is 35 and we're not up to 35, so we have to step down. So this is generating controversy. What exactly does this bill stipulate, or this act rather stipulate?
Okay, so let's just be very clear. When the bill was passed and signed into law by the president in 2018, the age for you to be able to run for governorship and president was pegged at 35, not 30. The agitation or the advocacy that we sustained up until the conference committee met was that we were pushing for 30. But when the conference committee met and the final draft and everything that was signed by the president, when he came out, it was 35. Since 2018, when the bill was signed, that bill has not been amended again. So anybody who was 30 or is not 35 and is planning to run for president or governorship, the person was doing so without clearly understanding what the real details of the bill, of the law is. So the bill, it shouldn't cause controversy at all. It has always been there, and we have facts and figures to show.
Okay, so I just want to be clear, because that no alteration has been made to this act.
None.
Because again, there are procedures for making that kind of, for amending bills. You just don't amend the bill. It has to go through a process. But where do you think that this might be coming from, and how come young people do not have a proper understanding or the knowledge as to how the age limit in this bill or in this act? I keep saying bill, but in this act.
In the act. So I mean, it is on us, as young people, to read. It is not enough to just say you are agitating or you are advocating or you are leading a campaign. You need to know what is the letter of every kind of advocacy that you are part of. So I would say that for every young person who does not know what the detail of the law is right now, it is on us and it is on them. We have done our part. If you look at what Young Africa has done with a remarkable work that Young Africa has put on that particular campaign, and what we also were doing with ReadyTolead Africa and other institutions that worked on that bill, is to put it out there in infographics format. It is out there on the internet. It is clear. If you want to run, you can run for the House of Assembly at 25. You can run for, House of Reps at 30. And then when you see the column for the Senate and the presidency and the governorship, it is clearly stated there that it's 35. So the error is from anybody who thinks that I want to serve my state and never went back to cross-check with the law guiding that particular engagement. So I am saying it is on us, because as a demographics and as a group that is advocating for young people, maybe we should do more and inform our people more. But I'm saying it that anybody who wakes up says, I want to be the governor of a state, yet you do not know the law guiding that particular activity, then it is on you. So you see, there are two.
And God bless. I sort of also like that. I'm sorry to jump in. I sort of also like that you took a bit of responsibility, because maybe more advocacy need to be done, more awareness for young people. Again, we should read it, and I agree. But I think that, maybe more awareness, because like you said, at first it was 30 that you were advocating for. I'm sure people stayed with that figure and thought that maybe that was the figure. But let's talk about how much this bill has been implemented, or this act has been implemented. I have to stop saying bill. This act has been implemented. We know that when initially states like Zamfara, I think Lagos also did not pass it. Where are we now with this act? How many states have passed it? And how well are young people capitalizing on this act?
Okay, so there were a lot of states that initially didn't do the concurrent. So let me explain that. For you to alter the constitution of Nigeria, it just doesn't happen only at the National Assembly. You need the concurrence of at least 24 states, right? For a law that talks about the age for you to lead the country or lead your people, it is a very important law that needs concurrence from the federating unit. What we needed in 2018 for the bill to become law was just 24 states. Lagos didn't pass it initially. I think there were some other states that I cannot remember at the top of my head. Now I know you mentioned Zamfara as well, but some of these states came back and did a concurrence. Nevertheless, by the time the bill was going to the president, we had already gotten our 24. So Lagos was no longer important to whatever they did. But at the end of the day, we had 24 states that gave us concurrence, and the president was able to sign the bill irrespective of some of the other states that had not. At the moment, let me say another thing that I think is important and worth noting. The bill that became a law today states that every political party must have as their youth leader somebody that is not above 35. We are clamoring, or we are fixating on the fact that, I'm 30, or I'm 25, or I'm 35, I can run for president. But there's something else that the Not Too Young to Run bill has delivered.
That should be monitored. That should be monitored for proper implementation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wish we had enough time to continue. God bless. You're making I know you're making a very important point. That should be actually monitored to ensure that these political parties are complying with that part of the act. Thank you so much for talking to us, President, Ready to Lead Africa. God bless Otubure.